Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing? Hello, Mama of Three. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to come on here. Welcome to a very impromptu live stream. I scheduled this, I think, 3 hours ago. Um, without making this too much about me, I have been extremely sick the last all day. Last night I started getting really sick. So I've been in the bed majority of the day. And because of that, I was not able to get my planned video out today. I decided instead, let's try to live react to the latest preview for um, Sister Wives, which is going to be airing in just a few days, you guys, September 11th at 10 p.m., I believe. I will leave the information in the description as well. But if you have not seen this preview yet, you are in for a treat. Maybe that's not even the right word. I definitely have some thoughts and opinions, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think as well. Before we get into it, however, how is everybody doing? Hello, Tammy. Thank you for being here all the way from Texas. That's awesome. Um, so, just to give you a preface of what this little clip that we're going to be reacting to today, okay? This is, if you didn't see my video before this one, it breaks down the conversation between Kody and Robyn about Christine after Christine has kicked him out of the home. I had a lot of opinions on that one, and you guys did as well. I do not think it's okay that Kody be talking about his issues with any of his wives with one of the other wives. That's just my personal opinion. And I feel like not only is it disrespectful, but it's very damaging to a relationship, especially with Robyn. I mean, Robyn has already been a core of a lot of the issues within that family. So I can only imagine being Meri, Janelle, or Christine at that time. And he's going to Robyn. I understand his bond is stronger with her. They're closer, this, that, and the third. And he feels more comfortable to maybe talk to her. But when it comes to being in a relationship and being married to this man, I just think it's extremely disrespectful. And there's nothing that's going to change my mind about that. Deborah said no one likes Kody and it's all on him. And I get that. I think so as well. Um, I made a comment a few weeks back in a video talking about how, I felt like when it comes to the family as a whole, as a core, right? I personally feel like there has been issues since Robyn has came into the family. And while no, it does not fall on Robyn, I do also feel like Robyn could have done more and really cared about the family dynamic and try to step in and have these conversations with Kody more and say, look, obviously they're not adjusting well with me being here, whatever the situation is, and just show more of an interest of fixing their family dynamic. Because I think when you're in a polygamous relationship like that, although yes, the issues definitely do stick with Kody, and Kody has messed up so many times, I feel like it is a group effort and everyone has to do their part. Hey, Denise, I'm so glad you're here. And Brittany, thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry it's such a late notice, but I am glad that you can be here with me. Now, for the sake of not getting copyright claimed, let's hope this works. I have clipped this up. We are going to be watching it in parts from the beginning to end. And I'm going to kind of give my commentary, opinions in between clips. That way, hopefully, it doesn't get copyright claimed by TLC because they love to copyright claim. But if you guys would like to see the full preview without my commentary, that will also be pinned in the comments after this. One other thing before we get into this, I am doing a Amazon gift card giveaway this week. And if you want to enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the videos from this week, and then you can comment on this video or the giveaway video, which is the one before this one, and put enter giveaway in the comment section. And that's all. That's all you have to do to be entered. I'm going to be picking a winner this Monday coming up. Probably around this time. Closing for the giveaway will be at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That way it gives me time to get everybody's name into the automated system and doing everything that I need to do. But yeah, as you can see the banner here, it's going to be scrolling throughout the whole video. It tells you exactly how you can enter. I'm going to try, you guys. I'm feeling a lot better this evening. If I'm still stuffy or a little off, I apologize for that, but I'm feeling a lot better. I think I just needed a lot of rest and a lot of water. To be honest with you, I was aching so miserably. It was not fun. Um, but it's going to be scrolling there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or ask in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them. All right. Thanks for your fair take on the family. I hope people can learn from it at least. More channels like this. Oh, Deborah, you are a sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Um, and I really do try, not even just with this family. I want to admit that I do give Kody a lot of shit. Okay. I do give Kody a lot of shit, but I feel like it's warranted at this point. Um, there was a long time that I didn't, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And depending on the situation, I'm not saying that Kody's 100% at fault all the time, but more times than not, it could be prevented if Kody would just step up and be the husband and the father and the man that I believe he should be. He created this family, he wanted this family, and it is his priority. It should be his responsibility and his priority. So when he comes up with these excuses on as to why he can't be the father or the husband or the man that he should be, it is difficult. Hey Shay, thank you for being here. Hey Tammy, hello everyone new to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. We are so happy to have you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I get a lot of criticism that I ramble too much, you guys, and I'm going to try not to do that one in this one. I know some people don't like to hear about it. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing the first clip. Like I said, these are going to be shorter clips and we're going to talk in between them. So let me go ahead and mute and take this off the screen. All right.
Being married to you has been heartache and it's been pain to make it so you would want to be around me. I tried so.
Everything but treat your sister wives with kindness and respect.
That statement makes me want to scream.
Okay, so like I said, these are shorter clips, but to preface this, after Robyn and Kody had their conversation, Christine kicked Kody out of the home after he made it very clear. I know most of you know this, but just a quick recap in case you don't. Kody made it very clear that he was no longer sexually attracted to her and he did not want to be intimate with her. So she made the decision that she no longer wanted him to be there. And he did not like that. So she boxed his stuff up, put it in the garage. Kody threw a hissy fit about it, went and talked to Robyn. And this is their conversation. And I believe, according to interviews that Christine has done, this was pretty much their final conversation leading up to their demise, their separation. And as you just heard there, Christine's opening up to him, explaining that she has tried for years to make this work. She's sacrificed all of these things, and unfortunately it's not been enough. It's just nothing's ever enough for Kody. That is how it feels anyways. And he's so insensitive. I think that's my main issue with everything that comes out of his mouth is
It's certainly not cooking and cleaning, but
sorry. He wanted, but there's a good example. See, that's what I mean. He's so insensitive to everything to do with his wives. And I feel like, he wanted this big family. He wanted all these wives. This is the life he wanted, but there's just no emotional connection or something. He has no empathy or compassion. And that is my major criticism for him. It's like he expects his wives to be perfect. And God forbid they be flawed or emotional or jealous or hurt or just a human being in general. And that's a problem. I'm sorry, but none of us are perfect. even in a monogamous relationship, there are gonna be moments where you're gonna argue. Me and my husband have been married for 12 years, going on 13 years, and we argue, every healthy, normal couple argues. He hurts my feelings sometimes, and I know I hurt his, but we love each other and we work it out. And he would never, never say the things that Kody says to these women. He just would never do that. And I've heard all the different criticisms. Well, it's a different dynamic. Well, their religion, this and this and that. There's just no excuse. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. I don't, there's no excuse to treat people that way, especially people that you vow to love for the rest of your life and spend the rest of your life with. It's not okay. Okay, moving on to the next one. Sorry, you guys, for clicking on that clip.
I'm not the best sister wife. I'm not that close to Meri. I'm not that close to Robyn. I'm super close to Janelle.
You don't get to blame me alone for how this relationship has gone for us.
Blaming you alone.
You're telling me I'm never around and that I was not here before COVID.
How many days have you spent with us?
So let's just say we've lived here for 800 days. He went hiking with us once. He's been kayaking with us twice. One time he didn't even get in the water. That's 3 times he's gone with us.
And that's a problem. And that's her estimating, okay? She's not saying they have been there 800 days. That's just an estimation. But going based off of those numbers, 3 times that you have done something with your family. And that's just Christine and their children. Imagine Janelle and Meri. They probably have a very similar experience. And we all know at this point, if you watch the show, follow the show to any extent, when it comes to Christine, Meri, and Robyn, the relationship has always been rocky. It just always has. But for him to say that Christine doesn't even try to make the relationship with them work or never did, that isn't true. I have on many occasions seen her, for the sake of the family, try to make it work. And I don't know. I just think it's really sad that he doesn't make more time for his family as a whole. He created this family. This is the family he wanted, and he got what he wanted. And I don't know. He doesn't want it now. Shay said he expects loyalty and respect, but doesn't want to give them the same treatment. And it's a two-way street. Absolutely, Shay. And that's in any friendship, relationship. It doesn't matter. It takes 2 people to tango, or in this situation, 5 people to tango. It doesn't all fall on one person. But the reason why Kody gets a lot of the criticism and Kody gets a lot of, all of that is because all the women are doing everything. They're doing all of it, and Kody does the bare minimum, if that, It's definitely a problem. Let's see. I had to find, let's see. Did I miss something? Let's get the, okay. Dana said he just thinks if someone else does it, he can too. But to cut the intimacy would never fly in any marriage. Yeah, I think you're right. In an average marriage, unless there's some medical something involved or whatever, if tomorrow something happened to my husband and that was intimacy or, the sexual part of things could no longer really be a thing, of course I would still stay with him and spend the rest of my life with him and love him. I would not love him any less. We would find ways around it. The intimacy would still be there. We would still love on each other, hug each other, hold hands. But he literally says no intimacy. He doesn't want to touch her. He doesn't want to anything. And anybody, man or woman, when your significant other tells you that, you lose hope in the relationship. I mean, I know I would. And when you've put this many years into it and you've already been fighting to try to make it work, it feels like the final nail in the coffin, and so to speak, right? Okay, so Hey, Jen, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you could pop in. And thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get better. I really am. Tammy said it broke my heart when he would not go for his daughter's surgery and she cried for him to be there. Tammy, you're not alone. It broke my heart too. And honestly, I feel like that was the turnaround point for me because up until that point, I feel like I did give Kody a lot more empathy than I do today and a lot more leeway. Um, the main thing just being, well, we only see so much on TV. There's more to their lives that we don't see. But I feel like what we do today, especially after that, I feel like what we see on TV, even though it may not be every aspect of their life, it is a great deal of it. And I've seen enough. I've seen enough to see his character and the type of person he is. And I'm not a fan. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a fan. Okay, so I've never really been a fan of Sister Wives. It's so much drama. Brittany, it is. It is a lot of drama. But to be quite honest with you, girl, all reality TV is. Now, is some more dramatized than others? Absolutely. I think the situation here that creates a lot of drama is the fact that it is a polygamous family. You know, there's a lot of working parts to this. And of course, there's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of he said, she say, things of that nature. So it does cause for a good reality TV show. I think a lot of us watch it, you know, it's like guilty pleasure, right? You watch it guiltily because of the drama, because it's a distraction. Trash reality TV is good because it distracts you and it's like, oh my goodness, like what's going to happen next week? They always kind of keep you guessing, right?
It's certainly not cooking and cleaning because
I'm not the best sister wife. I'm not that close to Meri. I'm not that close to Robyn. I'm super close to Janelle.
You don't get to blame me alone for how this relationship has gone
I'm
for
not
us.
blaming you alone.
You're telling me I'm never around and that I was not here before COVID.
How many days have you spent with us?
So let's just say we've lived here for 800 days. He went hiking with us once. He's been kayaking with us twice. One time he didn't even get in the water. That's 3 times he's gone with us.
it's certainly not cooking and cleaning because then, listen, there's nothing to say here.
Why are you insisting on holding on to me? Why? This isn't working, Kody. You said it wasn't working too.
You're
Expecting that
blaming
from
me for me being turned off by your behavior.
Okay. So imagine being told that, like, I know that happens, right? Like, you are depressed, you're angry, you're upset. Maybe you haven't been yourself for a minute. You're going through things, and I know that that can put a damper on a relationship. Absolutely. I've been through that myself. You know, life is tough. Life is tough, and there are moments in your life where maybe because your partner's going through what these things struggling that it may cause issues in the intimate department, but I feel like there's just such a better way to say that to somebody. There's a it just there's a better way. And I know I played that clip twice. I'm sorry, you guys. I've got this, like I said, clipped up in different parts, but it just goes to show what he says there in the beginning, and then he kind of puts a sock in it. Oh, well, I don't know what she does all day. She thinks that I got all this time to just be with the family. But I've got a life. I got stuff to do. What does she do all day? It certainly isn't cooking and cleaning. That right there is the problem. In Kody's brain, that's all, though, in my opinion, that is all those women are there for. To raise his children, to bear his children, raise the children, cook and clean, and take care of him. That is their job. That is all they're there for. And to bend to his every want and need. And when they give a little bit of like pushback, he's ready to get rid of them. That is how it feels. He doesn't want to have to sit there and prove why he's right about something. He wants a woman to just admit he's right, even when he's wrong. Ooh, no, I could never. I could never be. I could never. Deborah said, "What I have to say on Kody's side is this. Even if Kody was perfect, he will never please all the wives or all those children ever. It's a hard task to put yourself in." Deborah, I agree. I agree. And I think that that's why for such a long time, and still today, like I said, depending on the situation, right? Because there have been times where one of the wives are wrong and they're just being very dramatic about something or making a big deal out of nothing. It's not always Kody, but a big percentage of time it is. And it's usually just from where I stand, it's been a lack of compassion, a lack of empathy, and just not wanting to spend quality time with these with his children. But you're absolutely right, or and his wives. There's so many that even if he did take every weekend to spend with his kids, it it would take all this time to get back around to each and every single one of them. So I get what you're saying, and I do agree. I think that that's important to just kind of put out there. Thank you so much for that comment because I do agree. Um, but again, like this was the life that he wanted. And I think it's okay to admit that maybe that wasn't the right path for you. um, that's another thing that kind of, I know that their religion definitely plays a part into why they chose the lifestyle that they chose. But as a fan of the show, as someone who watches the show, I think it's very obvious that him and Robyn are essentially monogamous, right? And they have this huge family. Absolutely. They've had this large life with Meri, Janelle, and like all of them and all the kids, and that's never going to go away. But it's also okay to accept that that isn't the life for you anymore. And maybe you should just be monogamous with Robyn. I know, I think what holds him back, and maybe we'll see this play out more in this season, hopefully, is the simple fact that it does come down to his religion. And I could be wrong, but I do feel like that's a big part of what holds him back because he doesn't want to be a failure in his religion and in his faith and what he's been taught to believe. And that's hard. That is hard. How long has Meri went without relations? Years. Scott, you're right. Years. God, at this time, wow. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'll have to look that up. Megan says it's his way or the highway. It's not how it's supposed to be. No, Megan, it's not. And, from time to time, I'll see these comments of people saying things like, well, it's different. Like I said before, it's different. The family dynamic here is different. It is. It is absolutely different. But from my standpoint, whether you're in a polygamous relationship, a monogamous relationship, whatever kind of relationship you're in, respect is key. It is key to any relationship. And there does seem to be a lack of respect here. It feels like more of a chore. Like we're doing this because this is the way it should be instead of this is what we want, and that is sad to me. That's very sad. Okay, let's play this last one. Oh, this is the best one, you guys. And I'm sorry I had to clip it this way. I know it's kind of jumbled up, but like I said, TLC really does like to copyright claim things. So hopefully this kind of helps that. But at the end of this, Christine, she kind of pops off. So let's go ahead and finish watching this really quick.
We've been married for 25 years. I've known you for almost 30 years. Don't insult me. Tell me straight up. If you don't want to be married to me anymore, you don't want to have an intimate marriage with me anymore, flip and tell me. It is cowardly. Man the up.
Yeah. I want to play that one more time. That's too good. We got to watch that one more time.
We've been married for 25 years. I've known you for almost 30 years. Don't insult me. Tell me straight up. If you don't want to be married to me anymore, you don't want to have an intimate marriage with me anymore, flip and tell me. It is cowardly. Man the up.
Sorry, I had to play that twice. It's just to see that Christine's Give a Damn has busted makes me very happy for her. I feel like, and it's not just Christine, it would be this way for any of the sister wives, to be quite honest. Even Robyn, okay? If Robyn tomorrow was to hit her breaking point, as sad as it is, separating is sad. And you lose a lot when in a dynamic like this. You're not just leaving someone, but you're leaving a whole family, and that's heartbreaking. But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, you go, girl, go out there, spread your wings, fly, find yourself, find true happiness, because it doesn't gotta be this way. You deserve to be happy. You can have whatever religion you want to have all of your faith, be strong in your faith, and still choose happiness. You don't have to live that way. And that's genuinely how I feel about it. Um, so yeah, I seen this and I had to I wanted to play this for you guys. I got super sick and that kind of messed things up on the way that I wanted to do it. But yeah, instead of like trying to go through everything, I had been exporting this one video, and I do a lot of my work on the phone, like you guys, like some of you know. It was taking forever. YouTube sometimes is just extremely slow. So instead I was like, okay, we'll come on here and we'll talk about it in real time. So many of you usually have very strong opinions when it comes to this family, which I totally understand and I can completely relate. And that's all this is. It's just opinions. These aren't facts. This is just how I feel about it. But I love hearing what you guys have to say as well. Um, yeah, Christine, she finally got a backbone. I'm so proud of her. Tammy, you're not alone. I feel the same way. Hey, B, I'm so glad you're here. The situation with Christine makes me so mad, but super happy for her. I am too. I really am. I'm ecstatic for her. I've seen her in a recent interview from People's Magazine, and y'all, I genuinely have never, let me see if I got a picture here. I've genuinely never seen her more happy, more, carefree, and just genuine happiness than I did in that interview. And everything that she said within it, she's really found herself. And in order to find herself, she had to let go of this dynamic. She had to let go of what they once were. And it's sad. It's really sad. I think that Kody's mindset going into this and some of the women's mindsets were different. And I think that happens a lot with men and women. We think differently. Our expectations sometimes can be different, and boundaries, all of those things. And let's face it, like, we as women are more emotionally connected to things. And when that emotional connection isn't there anymore, or, you put your all into something and it doesn't work, like I said, everyone has a breaking point, male or female, it doesn't matter. But I think with women, a lot of times, maybe this is stereotypical, you guys can let me know what you think, but I think a lot of times it may take us a bit longer to hit that breaking point, but once we do, we're really done, and seeing her rebuild and finding her own identity outside of being Christine Brown, the family nanny, the family caretaker, is so awesome. And I'll be honest, She looks, I don't know if you guys have noticed it. I'll have to find a recent picture of her and maybe put it over on my community post. But she looks 10, 20 years younger to me. And maybe they just did her really good in that particular interview. But y'all, she looks really, really good. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but I definitely have. Especially in the last season, I felt like um, because of the stress and because of everything that they've been through as a family, you could see that. You could see that in her face. Stress does age you and it wears you down. It just does. So I'm very happy for her. She looks like she has a new lease on life, a do-over. Absolutely. She really does. She certainly does. Like a weight has lifted off of her shoulders, smiling more too. And she even said that, Angel Among Us. She said it feels like a weight lifted off of her shoulders. She's just out here living her best life. Y'all let me know if you would like maybe another video or to go a little bit deeper into that interview because she talked about all kinds of stuff in that interview. She talked about dating life and her plans for dating. She said that she does plan on dating again. And a lot of people seem to be really shocked by that. Of course, it's nothing she's rushing into. She's not, running back down the aisle, but she does want to live her life. She does want to find someone who brings her joy and that she can be happy with. And she deserves that. Everybody deserves to be happy. And I'm just really happy for her. I hope she does. I hope she kind of mingles. I think at this point, or at the time of that interview, she hadn't really been dating a lot yet, but it is something she's thinking about doing in the near future. She's very open to dating and getting back out there. And I think she should just have a good time with it, have fun, nothing serious. Like, just have a good time. She's been with Kody for over half of her life. She's been in that dynamic, that family, everything for over half of her life. And as someone who, like, when you get married young and, you can kind of start feeling like you're losing your identity a bit. You have children, plus helping raise other people. Like for Christine, she helped raise all of the other kids. I know that was one of Kody's criticisms. He said, um, you didn't welcome Robyn and Robyn's children. You didn't help raise Robyn's kids. That was his one criticism to her throughout that whole argument. If you guys watch the full thing, again, I will link it in the description below. But that was literally his only criticism of her. And of course, he made such a big deal about that one thing. But really, when you put them side by side, and everything that Kody's done and everything Christine's done, not that it's a competition, not that, whatever, but trying to put myself into Christine's shoes, it's like, okay, this is your one criticism. I didn't do enough to make Robyn feel welcomed, to make Robyn's children feel welcomed. Really? Like, that's your one thing? When we're sitting here talking about a lifelong family relationship and this is all you've got, that I feel like speaks for itself. Y'all let me know what you think. Again, like I said, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, please, on your way out, comment in the comment section, put enter giveaway if you would like to enter. Be sure to like this video and subscribe and tune back in next Monday. That way you can see who wins. And I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see who wins. I will say, whenever you are, if you're a new subscriber or whatever the situation, make sure your notifications are tapped to all, because YouTube be playing games sometimes, y'all. They do. And they don't send out notifications, or they'll send it out late, if you don't have it tapped to all. I have noticed that if your notifications are on all, then you tend to get notified more than maybe someone who isn't. Even my husband's account, it's the same thing. He doesn't get notifications sometimes. So be sure you have it tapped. That way you are completely aware of when I go live to announce the winner. I don't think I said this in the beginning of this, but the only information I will need from the winner is an active email address. So you do need to have an active email address. That is how the $50 Amazon gift card will be virtually sent to you. And then from there, you can use it however you please. I don't need any other information. I wish you guys the best and good luck. Thank y'all so much for coming on here and kind of chatting with me. Sorry it was a bit jumbled, but I really, really appreciate just hanging out with you guys. I really do. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Until the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.